In this video, we're going to summarize the how do glasses work topic.
Okay, so now we've covered everything that you need to know about how glasses work, for this topic at least. If you want to become an optometrist, you'll need to go and learn a lot more about it. So once you've finished watching this video, it would be a good idea to have a go at Investigation 4. In Investigation 4, you're going to start by measuring the refractive index of water. So you're going to do this by having a coin on the bottom of a bucket of water, another coin on the outside, and you're going to have to judge when they look like they're at about the same height. So this is going to have relatively large uncertainties because there's quite a lot of personal judgment there. If you were to take photos and measure exactly when they were the same size, you could get more accurate, but you can just do it by judging. In the second part of the experiment, you're going to look at what happens when you put a long straight object, such as a pen or a straw or a kebab stick, into water. You'll notice that when you put it into water and look at it, it looks like it's bent. So you're going to be explaining why the straw looks bent. So in this topic, we've seen about the nature of light, how light can be both a wave and a particle. For ray optics, it's useful to consider it as a wave and to consider it travelling along in straight lines. You've been introduced to reflections and the law of reflection, and you've seen how we can apply reflections and ray tracing to work out where an image forms, which explains why when you look at a plain mirror, it looks like you're standing behind the mirror. We've looked at refraction, and you've seen Snell's law that describes how the speed of light changes when it goes from one medium to another, also how the wavelength of the light changes and how it bends towards or away from the normal, depending on the relative refractive indices of the two mediums. We've also looked at lenses. We've seen converging and diverging lenses. And we've applied the process of ray tracing to these lenses to work out where the image will be formed. Finally, we've had a look at the human eye and how this works. So spectacles work by compensating for problems in the human eye. So spectacles ensure that the image is focused on the back of our retina so that our brain can then process this image correctly. And finally, just because it was interesting, we had a look at colours and how we can add coloured light. And when we add coloured light, we actually get a very different result for mixing colours than when we mix paints, as paints reflect light, whereas lights are producing lights. So lights stimulate more of your cones, and mixing reflections, reflective paints, for example, reduces the number of cones which is stimulated, so they kind of have opposite effects. So I hope you've enjoyed this topic, and I recommend that you now go and attempt Investigation number 4.
Special thanks to Sebastian Frick for filming this video.